How's it going, guys? It is currently 4 in the morning. Let's read some relationship advice. By the way, if you drink these monster coffees, vanilla bean, that's the best one. I, 33 male, believe my wife, 34 female, had sex with someone else. How would you interpret this email I found? I, 33 male, believe my wife, 34 female, had sex with someone else. We have been married for about 3 years. Today, while looking for an email in her account for something we ordered, I found this saved email from a random guy. The email stated, "It's kind of shitty of you to go out and get drinks 2 weeks ago, made out, fooled around, and have a great time, and then make comments that you don't know what you want. I'm not in the business of having women lead me on. Before you say you didn't lead me on, you shouldn't have gotten drinks, fooled around, made out, etc. for 3 hours. Now you continue to make comments like I'm married, blah blah. So figure it out and let me know. Do you believe she may have had sex with him as well? I cannot find additional context on fool around. What does fool around mean to you? I cannot find much context on the internet. How would you define fool around?" Okay, well, to me, and I feel like generally everyone defines fooling around from anywhere from like making out to full on intercourse. Like whatever you define fool around, she still fooled around with somebody. So she cheated either way. I don't care. I don't know why you're going over semantics. Bottom line, she cheated on you, so either move on, deal with it, confront her. The ball's in your court now. Personally, fooling around has always meant groping / hand stuff to me, but regardless of how far they actually went, she definitely cheated. Sorry, OP. Exactly. Now she cheated, so now you have to figure out, do you want to stay with her? Either way, it's up to you now. If you ask me, she cheated, so that's already a deal breaker, so I would just break up with her. Me, 37 male, wife, 40 female, had a breast reduction for medical reasons and now hates her body. How do I support her? So she had a breast reduction, F to C cup for medical reasons, back / neck pain, breast pain, etc. Before her surgery, she got really anxious and asked if she was doing the right thing. I told her it was completely up to her, and it's not too late to back out until they put her under. Obviously, she went through with it. Yesterday, when I helped her bathe, she started crying and said she hated her breasts and she feels deformed. I told her it was okay to feel that way, but I didn't think so. That she was still beautiful and sexy to me. I also pointed out that she was still quite swollen and needed to give herself time before she knows how it'll actually look. I've dealt with my own body dysmorphia, thought I was fat my whole life, but I have no idea how to support her in this situation. I love her to death and just want her to be happy and comfortable in her body. How do I help her get through this? Well, it sounds like you already are helping her getting through it. You're affirming that yes, she is beautiful, whether or not she thinks so. And you also pointed out that, yeah, like it's still swollen from like post-surgery, so it's going to take some time to actually know what it's going to look like. Maybe she really liked the way she looked, so she was in so much pain like all the time that she just had to get them reduced. I had a breast reduction earlier this year. Having feels of anxiety and fear are totally valid immediately after the surgery. It's normal to have a huge range of emotions, including regret and grief, especially in the first 2 weeks. They also look gnarly for the first few weeks before they start looking and feeling more like breast rather than hard swollen lumps of flesh. Encourage your wife to join r/reduction because it was an absolutely amazing resource for me. And it sounds like you're doing the right thing. Just keep affirming her that, you know, it's normal, she'll get through it, she's beautiful. It seems like you're on the right track here. So good on you, OP. Me, 35 female, husband 39 male, insists sexting an ex-girlfriend is no different than porn. Is this a common thought? Well, I'm gonna stop you right there. No, it's not. I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about, but let's read the story. For background, a few months ago, I caught my husband doing a large number of inappropriate things with women online and over email / text spanning the past 12 years, our entire relationship. Well, Jesus, man. Not a great start. The most egregious of these is the fact that he messaged an ex-girlfriend at least 3 times in the past 6 years to essentially replay some of their past hookups via sexting. I recently told him that while everything he has done I consider cheating, this was most certainly cheating and I wanted to divorce. He is adamant that this isn't cheating. He claims it's no different than porn since the woman doesn't mean anything to him and nothing was physical. He says I shouldn't be so upset about it because we never discussed whether or not porn was cheating. I maintain that nobody in their right mind would consider sexting an ex just porn. The active participation on his part is completely different from impersonal recorded porn. He even said that his therapist agreed that it's just porn. I believe the truth is being stretched here. Regardless, he's so adamant about it and I feel crazy. Does anyone else consider that behavior to be just porn? Well, on one hand, I will say like not in defense of this guy, but like going back to the porn topic, I agree that some relationships will consider like watching porn a deal breaker, while others will consider it like, you know, he's just like watching movies, like they're actors, they don't know them personally, so it's like very much like a disconnect, like there's no personal ties here. So in that way I can see a lot of couples saying like watching porn is not cheating, but what your husband is doing here is completely the opposite. Not only is he watching porn, but he's also sexting an ex, like pretty much role-playing their past sexual experiences through sexting. And on top of that, you said like he did what, 12 years of sexting other people, other women online too, for pretty much your entire relationship. So why are you still with this guy? I have no idea. This is your husband, so you're gonna have to like get a divorce, obviously. So it's not as simple as just like breaking up with your boyfriend. Regardless of that I know that's gonna be like a huge headache to deal with. I would just leave as soon as possible. Me, 23 female, boyfriend 25 male, insulted my body and said I'm not attractive. Is it over? I asked him if we could do foreplay involving my chest, and he laughed and said there's nothing there for him to touch. Wow. I am an A cup, so he's not wrong, but it did hurt my feelings. I asked him if he found me attractive, and he said if he was being honest, no, he likes bigger chest and butts. Okay. I feel so embarrassed now that I even asked. I feel so shitty. I told him I was kinda sad and he didn't even care. Okay, what the fuck? I know it's not really his fault that I'm flat-chested, but he could have been nicer about it. Yeah. He doesn't like you. Why would you want to continue? You deserve better. Yeah, exactly. Why are you with this guy? He told you straight. It's not like he tried to deflect and like ignore it or trying to change the subject. He told you straight up like he likes big tits and ass. He told you that straight to your face. Now I think it's up to you to just leave him, because obviously he's not into you. He told you straight out. I mean, and it's okay to have preferences on what you find attractive in a person. Like, I'm not trying to defend him, but like if you're not what he's even looking for, then why continue this relationship? I mean, I'm not one to just like jump into like, oh, you should leave this person or whatever. But now that you know like you're not what he finds attractive, now it's up to you. Like, do you want to stay with this guy? If it was me, if I knew that I wasn't what my partner found attractive, I think that would be a pretty huge blow to me as well. And if we weren't even in a relationship for that long, I mean, I would just break up. But that's just me. I, 18 male, still react to my girlfriend, 19 female, like she is a crush. Hello, I'm trying to get some help on this because Google is no help. Almost every time my girlfriend lays on my lap, tries to cuddle, tries to kiss me, etc., I get butterflies and my heart races and I feel dizzy, almost like she is still just a crush. And while she thinks it's cute, it gets pretty annoying because I don't want to feel like that all the time, when all I want to do is kiss my girlfriend. We have been together for 3 years now, and I have no idea why this is still a problem. And it's not interchangeable. When I lay on her or kiss her first, or anything, it doesn't happen. It's only when she is initiating. Does anyone else have any advice on how I could make these feelings stop, or at least be more in the background and not so much debilitating when all I want to do is rub my girlfriend's head? Oh, well, that's sweet. I like that. Hey, this is how relationships should be in general. Like, yeah, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but in general, you should feel like this towards your partner, because that's such a sucky situation. Like, when people fall in love and they get into relationships and they think like they're gonna love that person forever, then like years and years down the line, you find stuff that you don't maybe exactly like about that person. Maybe you start to see them in a different light, and while the attraction may still be there, maybe the love sort of fades, and that sucks. Like, the way you describe this is pretty much how I feel like towards my wife. Like, I'm about to be 30 years old and I still reminisce about when we were 15, 16, like when we first met in high school. And still to this day, I wonder like, how did I land someone like her? Like, she's amazing. This is such a nice change of pace from the usual 18 female, male 25 slapped me across the face after I asked him if I could use his phone for a quick call. He's the sweetest soul I ever met. What should I do to get over this? That's what I'm saying. Like, when you search up r/relationship advice, you're gonna get a bunch of like, oh, him and her, they're cheating. I found emails, I found texts, I found, you know, him or her hanging out with an ex or something like that. So this is nice. I kind of like that I'm ending the video on this one. This was really sweet. I like this. Alright, well that's gonna do it for r/relationship advice. I never made videos on this subreddit. This is actually gonna be my first video on it. I read a lot of Reddit on my phone, and recently I got recommended a bunch of relationship advice posts, and a lot of them sounded very interesting. So, like, I love the drama, so this is actually a very fun subreddit to read. But I want to hear from you guys. What were y'all's thoughts and opinions on these stories I read today? Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree with me? Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.